Black woman. Beautiful, powerful, resilient female of African descent with skin kissed by the sun. Conversation. A talk, especially an informal one between two or more people in which news and ideas are exchanged. We love being Black women. Black women are ambitious. Black women are confident. Black women are diligent. We are tenacious. We walk out of our houses put together. We are many shades and personalities of fabulous. But we as Black women don't talk about our dilemmas, current events, and what's going on every day that affects us. So, we created this podcast as a way to laugh together, cry together, and have an open conversation about life as Black women.
Oh, that's deep. Black Women Conversations.
Hey, Nicole.
Hey, Janine.
How's your week been?
For our listeners, we're recording on a different day. So the week has just gotten started and I feel like it's Friday. It's been such a long week. It's been a very long week. It's been a busy week. I feel like because the end of the year is coming in medicine, everyone's trying to get their appointments in. Everybody's hustling and bustling. I'm trying to get my son's appointment in. I'm trying to get my personal appointment in for my well-woman exam. So it's just been busy. And then everything that is due now. So it's just been a busy week. What about you?
Well, I spent the majority of the week in the hospital, but I'm fixed now. So I'm very grateful for that. And now I'm out. And we hope that I sit still long enough to heal properly.
Yes, we do. And thank God you're healed. I mean, this last step, this last surgery will allow you to go forth
and eat
and be awesome, the awesome person that you are and without having to have issues. Okay. No pain, no vomiting, no nothing, no issues. Last surgery. Yeah.
I'm so excited. So for the listeners who don't know, I've been having gastrointestinal issues and this has been going on literally pretty much all of 2020. And I've kind of just been like grinning and bearing through it. But of course, my friend, Dr. Plenty, has been telling me the entire time, like, you need to get fixed. And it wasn't that I was putting it off. It was just a bunch of like hospital crap that I am not familiar with. And now I had my last surgery, thank God. And now I can eat. I cannot wait. I'm still eating liquids right now, but I can eat. And I'm very grateful for being able to eat. You don't realize the things that you should be grateful for until you cannot do them. And eating is one of them. I'm so grateful to eat.
Look at what sweet baby Jesus did for you. He got you cured right before the biggest holiday of the year. So you can eat sweet potato pie if you like that. I don't like sweet potato pie, but whatever. You can eat pecan pie. You can eat cake. You can eat whatever you want.
I can eat Nicole's birthday cake.
Yay! Yeah. So I told myself I was going to celebrate my birthday all month. And if the listeners that are pregnant or following Pregnancy Pearls, you would have seen on December 1st, I posted happy birthday month to me and asked people to also drop their birthdays if they're celebrating one in the month of December. But it's been just so busy that I haven't been able to do anything.
Well, we are celebrating now, though, aren't we?
We are. My husband is celebrating the 12 days of my birthday this year, which I thought was pretty cheesy. Isn't it cheesy? But you know what?
It's so sweet. It's like heart melting. It's like, oh, like it's not that because your birthday's on Christmas. It's first of all, it's super thoughtful because your birthday's on Christmas. He like flipped it up and made it 12 days to Nicole's birthday. Like that's hot.
I'm going to give him points for that. I mean, I thought it was very creative, very thoughtful. And so I was like, man, like I told Janine last night, I'm like, I hope the 12th day is a new Maserati.
And what I said back was, Nicole, you don't want him to buy you a Maserati.
I don't. That would be a waste of money. Now, would I take it? Yeah, I would take it.
I mean, I would take a Maserati. Who wouldn't?
Right.
But I hope that he's not buying you a Maserati for Christmas. I'm sorry.
I know. And he should not. We're in the middle of a pandemic. We need to, budget. Okay. You don't know what will happen tomorrow. We don't know how people's companies and businesses will go. So definitely not a Maserati. So honey, if you are listening to this, do not go and buy a Maserati. Don't do that. Okay.
Doesn't someone in your house have a Maserati though?
No.
What kind of car does Harrison have?
Oh yeah, we did buy him a little Maserati Power Wheel for Christmas. He doesn't have it yet, but he will have it. Black on black. It's black Maserati, black rims. He has a personalized license plate. It's so cute.
So adorable. Who knows? You might have a family of Maseratis after Christmas. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? You know what? The sweet baby Jesus may bless us in that way.
Sweet baby Jesus, when you stop by Dr. Plenty's house with the Maseratis, please drop one off at my house too. Amen.
All right, Janine. So what's on your timeline this week?
So I've decided to switch it up. Everything on my timeline is either super dark and gloomy or like super cheerful. And I decided to go the super cheerful route. And while I was in the hospital, I was watching a lot of really cheesy, well, let me not pretend like I was only watching them while I was in the hospital. So prior to going to the hospital, I was also watching these cheesy, like Hallmark / Lifetime movies. Love them because it just gives me such like warm fuzzies in the inside. So today, I think it's only right to talk about like holiday gifting. I don't think that we should talk about what's on our timeline because it's not really important. It's the season of giving. So why don't we talk about some holiday gifts this episode?
Okay, I'm down for that because I love a good distraction of shopping. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is. It could be any time of the year. I am great at online shopping and I'm great at giving gifts. And my husband's like, you don't need to just spend all your money giving gifts all year round. But I do think it's liberating. Isn't it liberating to shop?
Absolutely. And it's such therapy. Like if you need anything to, make your spirits brighter, go shop. I mean, I just love it. And I always come across things that I'm like, ooh, that would be perfect for this person or that would be perfect for this person. So just pick it up along the way, I think. Like, why not?
So one thing that I saw on Instagram was a company called Conscious Kids. And I saw it because I was trying to look for something for Harrison because I'm always trying to buy somewhat creative stuff that's not in Walmart so that he can increase his educational value of the world. I keep telling myself, this baby better be smart so he can take care of me later on. So there is Conscious Kids. The author has a book called Peter the Elf, which is about Christmas. So I thought that was very appropriate. So I will be ordering that for Harrison. That is Conscious Kids.
And maybe you should check out Elite Kids too. They have like a YouTube TV channel and Elite Kids has gifts for children that are educational. So they're like phonics cards, they're letter cards. There are a bunch of different like flashcards that you can teach your kids. And they have accompanying YouTube videos so that you can have your kid watch YouTube Kids and do the flashcards at the same time.
That is right up our alley because we already have like Spanish flashcards for Harrison and like the little ABCs on the wall. So I'll have to definitely check that out. That's amazingly perfect. And I think if you do have little ones, another company that I came across was Colorful Plates. Have you heard of them, Janine?
I have. Tell us about them though, Nicole.
They are at colorful with 2 L's _ plates on Instagram. They're based in Texas. So shout out to Houston, Texas. The company was started in 2017 when the owner's son said he wanted to be an astronaut. So they were trying to search for plates so he can eat off of an astronaut plate. And they couldn't find these plates. So guess what? They created their own company to create plates that were colorful. So I have one that has like a little black astronaut on it for Harrison. It's blue, it's colorful, it has a little black boy on it that's in an astronaut uniform. I think it's totally cute, and I haven't seen it anywhere else, so I think it's really unique. It's a unique gift for kids.
That's so dope. But we always talk about on this podcast, when you don't have something or you can't find the resources that you need, create them. And that's the perfect story for that. Like, couldn't find a plate that represented what your child was looking for, so you created it. That's super dope.
Right, and that's also the way to success, right? When you find something that is your thing, that's your niche, and no one else has created it, then everybody that comes after you, They're just copycats. So I love this idea. I absolutely love it. I probably will buy a set of plates for Harrison because right now I just have one. So you can't really have one because then the rest of the family can't eat off the colorful plate either. So we're going to pick our own theme. Each person will have their own colorful plate. And we can have a family dinner with colorful plates.
Nicole, you're not going to let Harrison have his own plate? That's Harrison.
He can have his own plate, but I want my own plate too.
Okay, that's fair.
The whole family can have a colorful plate. So buy a set of 4.
Okay, so we also got fresh dolls. If I had fresh dolls when I was a child, I might not have pulled my Barbies' heads off.
So I agree. I loved dolls growing up. The Barbies were just so expensive. So I didn't get many Barbies. And there were no black Barbies. They were all little white Barbies.
None.
Right. But Fresh Dolls, again, saw that, hey, there was a need for dolls of other ethnicities and dolls that creatively like to express themselves. So Fresh Dolls on Instagram is @FreshDolls. They were created sort of like a Barbie-like doll, but they're black Barbie-like dolls because they believe that every child should see their beauty and friend during their playtime so that your daughter can then play with someone that has creative hair like her or has color in their hair like they may want color in their hair or may have braids in their hair and are different shades of black and brown. I love it. And these dolls, definitely, I will be getting one for my niece this year because literally when we started talking about like holiday gifts, I was like, okay, I am going to wait until this episode airs to buy all my gifts. So I am literally ordering from all of these companies because we have definitely researched them thoroughly. So this Fresh Dolls, Haley Kadar will be getting one of these dolls.
And they're super cute.
But these dolls are cute because they're literally, you can find a doll that matches whatever complexion that you are, that doesn't just have like, oh, this is a dark-skinned Barbie with black hair. No, this is like a caramel Barbie that may have highlights in her hair, or this is a chocolate Barbie that may have red hair. So it's definitely different creative dolls that are very expressive of culture. So I love it, and I will be buying.
Yeah, there's one Fresh doll that I saw, and she has on like a purple dress, and she has this big, beautiful curly hair. I'm like, that's the doll I needed when I was young. So I'm super excited.
So, but Janine, we talk about these kids and what we're going to buy for these kids, but we can't forget about our fur babies. And you have fur babies. You're all about the fur babies.
I am all about the fur babies because, I don't want 2-legged kids. I'll leave that to you, Nicole. I like the ones that have 4 legs and fur. So I found a place called Squeaky Wells, and they make handmade toys for dogs and cats, and everything that they make is made in the United States, specifically in New Jersey. And they have catnip that's completely organic for the cat lovers out there.
Yeah, I'm not a cat lover. I don't know if you knew this about me, but I don't like cats.
Me neither. They're a little too sneaky for me.
Yeah, no, but dogs, yes. And if we're talking about handmade, I'm gonna try it out. But Sophie would probably tear it up. Yeah, Sophie's little, but she's fierce.
But here's the thing, though. So as opposed to your dog, if your dog tears it up, because I feel like that's inevitable with any dog toy, it's all natural. So your dog isn't eating some like weird plastic. It's not eating some weird like chemically enhanced fur or whatever. It's all natural. So if your dog tears it up, at least it's natural stuff that they're tearing up.
That is so true. And, if she does tear it up, maybe I can drop her in New Orleans at Smart Bitch Dog Training.
I love the name of that because it's so like, it sounds like you shouldn't really want to say it, but like it's used perfectly.
It is used, right?
Yep.
Usually we don't curse on here, but when we're talking about the B word, we are talking about our doggies.
Absolutely. And this particular dog training, they have virtual dog training. So if you are not in New Orleans, of course, New Orleans is near and dear to Nicole and I's heart because that's where we met. But if you're not in New Orleans, they do virtual dog training. So sign up. If your dog is a little, temperamental or doesn't know quite where to pee yet or how to behave or barks too much, whatever it may be that your dog might need some extra attention for, maybe you should take them to Smart Bitch Dog Training. I'm just
right.
saying.
And if anybody's tried this virtual dog training, drop a line. We need to put a post out about that because I want to know who's tried it. How do you get your dog to sit in front of the computer? I'm just saying, how do you get that to happen?
I don't know, but I think that maybe it's like they put the human in front of the computer and then teach the human how to help the dog behave. But I don't know. I sure want to figure this out. So they are actually on Christmas break right now, but they're reopening in January. So in January, I'm going to check them out because, I have this dog Peanut and she's amazing, but sometimes she just doesn't do what we need her to do. So she does know one trick and that's it. That's it. And she knows how to get treats. That's also it. She just learned how to pee outside. I've had her for more years than I'd like to admit. So we will say I'm not the best dog trainer at all. So I might invest in this because it seems useful, right?
Maybe I should get you a virtual dog training gift card. Let's see how Peanut does with that. We both have very spoiled dogs, which brings us to luxury in dogs. So this is probably my favorite out of the dog searches for paraphernalia, if you will. And it's bark and tumble. And Janine could tell you, I would not let this go off of the list.
She absolutely would not. She wanted her dog to be in pink and green and pearls. This is top of the line dog. And like Nicole said, we do spoil our dogs, but this is like a Maserati for a dog. Okay.
It is clothing. It's doggy apparel, but the quality of the items that you get. I mean, I don't know. If you have a dog that's still growing, I would say, you may want to wait on the bark and tumble, right? But if you have a dog that is an adult, she's done growing, then hey, you may want to invest in some stuff. That's just like when you have children. Like right now, Harrison, he might have a couple of items from Nordstrom, but he ain't got a lot.
Yeah,
he ain't gonna get it at the Target. He has a lot of stuff from the Target. I'm just saying. Why? Because these babies grow so quickly. Every month we're buying them something brand new. Why am I going to spend $80 on a onesie from Nordstrom when I can go get one for $12 from the Target? Now that he's growing a little bit slower after he turned a year, he can stay in the 18-month clothes for 6 months. We now buy him a little bit better quality clothes. But yeah, starting out, who buys a 3-month? Nope.
And let me tell you that these clothes are so beautiful. It almost makes you want to dress like your dog.
See, I told you. It's definitely luxury for a dog.
It is beautiful. They're beautiful. And the dogs just seem to be loving the clothes. It just seems super comfortable.
Right. I looked at those pictures of the dogs. I'm like, I want to lay with you. Oh, they're hoodies for dogs.
Beautiful.
Very comfortable. Yeah, they're nice.
And they have little doggy hangers. So adorable.
See, look at that. Jenny's going to go buy some stuff for her dog. I told you. I'm telling you that line. I was impressed.
So there's actually one more step to the dogs, taking care of your dogs this holiday season. And there's a place called Stylish Pooch, and it's actually a mobile dog grooming service out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I actually found them the first time from Queer Eye, the TV show, and they redid her mobile trailer. She's amazing at dog grooming. She will dye your dog, cut your dog. She literally makes your dog look like your dog stepped out of a salon, like none other. If you are in the Pennsylvania area, or even if you're just on the East Coast, I would suggest checking out Stylish Pooch because some of these dogs come out looking fabulous. You hear me?
Let me tell you something about these pets. These pets, Sophie, I literally pay more per month for her grooming than I do for my own grooming. She has to get her hair cut every single month. She has to get her hair cut. I don't get a haircut every month. Sophie gets a haircut every month. She gets her nails done every month. Now I do get my nails done twice a month, but every other week. But Sophie, a dog, their hair and nails every month. Give me a break. I'm just saying. It's a lot to spend on a dog. And then she gets her teeth cleaned. And, then she gets the little shaving by the anus. She gets a lot of stuff done.
I'm telling you, that's why you have to pick between having dogs and children.
No, you just have one of each. That's what I have. I have one of each.
That's a good plan. For me, I'm just going to have lots of dogs.
Moving on from the dogs, let's talk about what do we buy our husbands? Now, I have bought a lot of gifts for a lot of people. I told you already, I bought Harrison the little Maserati Power Wheel, and I'm going to buy him some of these other things that we talked about for kids apparel. I've ordered Sophie some of these things, which is why Bark and Tumble, I'm like, you have got to buy that. But my husband, not so much. He's celebrating 12 days of Nicole's birthday, and I haven't bought one gift.
Yikes. Well, let's get on it. Okay, so our friends at Harlem Haberdashery sent us some really awesome like aromatherapy room spray, and it says like it gives you a really detailed card that tells you exactly how you should use it, and you spray it on the fabric so that you get like the aromatherapy feel, almost like the spa feeling at home. It smells heavenly. I really, really like the fact that it comes in a twist canister. So there's no top that you need to put on it. There's nothing that you need to like worry about spilling. It's cute little canister, and it comes and it smells heavenly. I opened the package and it was just, love it. So that's something that you can get your husband, start off that rendezvous to thank him for the 12 days of Nicole.
Yeah, I guess I could do that. But more than that, they do custom retail expressions, if you will. And so they can do some custom made clothing. They do have a lot of clothing, T-shirts and pants and blazers and different unique things on their website as well. So I'll have to definitely check them out to see if I can find something for my husband. Definitely, I will do the spray to create a whole mood I will be trying to create. In addition to that mood that I'm creating with the spray from Harlan Haberdashery, Mactub candles. Now, you know, I love a good Mactub candle, and I'd ordered from them before, and I will be ordering from them again this holiday season. They are hand-mixed, curated candles, which blend virgin coconut wax, natural soy wax, and FDA-approved, highly refined food-grade paraffin wax for enhanced performance. And you can spark a whole vibe with these Mactub candles because you have a theme for the candle, which goes with a song. So if you have a favorite song, you can likely find the candle theme for your favorite song to spark a whole vibe. So if we're talking about, you got your linen spray from Harlem Haberdashery, you got your candles setting the mood, and then Mactub candles, you can also download the song that goes with your mood. Set a whole vibe in the room.
I love it. And it does say their tagline is spark a vibe, right? So they sent us a candle, and I think it's super dope. The Radiohead in me thought that it was super dope. The first thing that I noticed was the fact that it looks like a record on the top of the candle. So it's like a record. And then they send you a book of matches that say, you know, Mactub Studio, and it says Spark a Vibe. And like Nicole said, you can download the playlist. There's a QR code that comes with each one of the candles, and you just take your phone, download the QR code, and it gives you the playlist. And it's a playlist for Apple, Spotify, or Tidal, whichever you prefer. It's pretty dope.
I actually love these. I actually love these candles, and I've had mine for a couple months now. I saw them on the Black Coffee Company's Business Expo because all these companies we're talking about are Black owned. So I obviously wanted to support them. But I mean, the quality of the candles they have, just amazing. And then the scent, phenomenal. So that's why we have to spray lightly with the Harlem Haberdashery spray on the pillow to not blend with the scent of the rest of the room. And then you can have a whole holiday entanglement.
Absolutely. This vibe is getting hotter and hotter as we go along. I really, really like this though. Let me tell you something. A vibe with any sort of fragrant that makes you feel a certain mood, that's the move for this holiday season. Just saying, you can thank us later.
Okay, and now to continue the vibe, right? These are for our husbands. There's a couple other things we want to mention. So you have Uncle Nearest Whiskey, right?
Yeah, Nicole, tell us about this because you put me onto this. I mean, I had never heard of this before in my life. So tell us a little bit about this.
So Uncle Nearest, and they said they thought that his given name was Nearest, and then it sort of got translated down as Nearest, was actually the person that taught Jack Daniels how to make his liquor. But, wow, you have these famous liquor makers that are getting these secrets from slaves and not giving these slaves the credit. Until recently, his story came out. And then his niece became the master blender, and she told the story. And then 3 years ago, they created Nearest Whiskey, which I think is phenomenal. And if you go to the website, you can see basically there's like a little storybook, and it's cool because you can click on the pages and they turn for you. So there's about a 5-page write-up about his life as a slave and how he didn't get credit for this Tennessee whiskey that is now internationally known. But now the nearest whiskey brand is now very well known and is an international brand. So shout outs to them. His niece, the master blender, is Victoria Eddy Butler. And she was the person that was sharing his story. So I think it's great. Finally, after all these years, I believe it's 1856, finally gets credit.
Wow. Better late than never, I think.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So to go along with the whiskey, there is a company that's out of the UK and it's called Kingsley Leather. And they have some really dope leather items that we could get our husbands. So they have everything from wallets to keychains to these really dope embossed leather cufflinks, but gives you like a rustic vibe. And it comes in like black, brown, a tan color. I love it. And you can get, like a matching set. So like a keychain, a wallet, and a pair of cufflinks. I think that would be a dope gift for our husbands.
I think that would be good too. Because right now, truth be told, and I know my husband's going to listen to this because I'm always like, did you listen to Oh That's Deep this week? Did you listen yet? So right now he's carrying that raggedy Wish leather wallet. I'm like, where did you get this wallet that zips up? He's like, I got it from Wish. It was $2. I'm like, okay, sir.
Does
now my husband has
$2.
$2. Wish will, get you some cheap stuff, and you looking at that Wish thing like, this is what you get from Wish. Now he has like a Coach wallet. He has a Gucci wallet, but he doesn't carry those for some reason. He carries this little Wish wallet. So I don't even know if he knows where his other wallets are. So I will definitely look into getting him one of these genuine leather wallets.
Yep.
And I know he'll carry that. And to go along with the leather wallet, then I'll also get him this new bevel shaver. I don't know if y'all have seen this bevel shaver. It's sleek. It has like some like fancy UV light on it. It's stainless steel. I mean, the thing is clean. It was founded by the Walker Company, whose owner is Tristan Walker. He's sort of cute too. I ain't gonna lie. But either way,
Nicole, we're talking about gifts for our husbands, ma'am.
You're right. We're talking about our husbands. My husband, listen, there's no sin in looking. There's no sin in looking. I'm just saying.
You're right. Except there is a sin when our husbands look. Just so that we make these rules clear. There's no sin when we look, but when the husbands look, it's a sin. One last thing. Go with me. So my best friend, who is deployed, she sent me this beautiful sweatshirt, right? It says Yazzie across the front. And so I got the sweatshirt and I wore it. Matter of fact, the first day that I wore it was one day that we recorded. And then the next day I wore it again. And the next day I wore it again and kept wearing it. And my best friend said, well, Janine, you have to take it off so you can wash it. And obviously I did, not a dirtbag. But the sweatshirt is so comfortable, right? And so Yazzie is a brand that was created by a young lady named Nalo. And she makes gender neutral clothing. She believes that the day of clothing being associated with a gender will be obsolete soon. So it's super comfortable. They also make socks. And the reason why I'm bringing them up is because they have a new line of underwear that are coming out. They're like boxer briefs and they're made with all natural ingredients. They're super dope. They look like very fitted, comfortable boxer briefs. And if the sweatshirt is any indication as to how comfortable these boxer briefs are, I will be buying my husband 15 pairs of these because they look like they're the most comfortable underwear ever. I might buy myself a pair too, since they are gender neutral. Just saying. But this is about our husband, so he's going to get some Yazzie briefs.
Well, these sweatshirts must be amazingly soft. If you want to put it on every day, I might have to get me one, especially because I do like to wear, as you see today, I have my Ms. Xavier sweatshirt over my scrubs. So I would love to get me one of those. And my husband does like sweatshirts too. Like he usually walks still. It's cold outside, so he'll wear a sweatshirt. So that would be something good to get him. And, since it's so soft, he can be soft on his private parts as well, right, with the boxer briefs. Hey, I'll let you know how he likes them.
I'll send you a sweatshirt and you get the boxer briefs for your husband. How's that?
I'm going to do that. And I'm going to say, how does it feel, honey?
No, you should say, let me see how they feel, honey.
I guess I could do that too. Or maybe let me see how they feel coming off, honey.
That sounds like the best answer.
Just saying, since we're trying to create a mood, that goes with our theme, our mood theme. Just saying.
Okay, so now that we've gotten our husbands all riled up and taken care of, we're going to move on to stocking stuffers. So I personally think that beauty products make amazing stocking stuffers. As we know, beauty products tend to be a little bit, the ones that we like, tend to be a little bit pricier. But beauty products always, it's something that you will forego if you don't really take time to pay attention to it. So it's always really nice to see in your stocking the latest things. So one of the things that I'd like to put in my stocking, if my husband is listening, which I know that he is because he's our producer, is the Pear Nova nail polish. So they're Black owned, as with everything else, and they have a gel polish and a regular polish. What would you like in your stocking, Nicole?
So, I don't do a lot of makeup, but when I do, I always wear lipstick. So I'm really excited about the stocking stuffers of two different lipsticks. The first one I really like is by Janae Wells, and she is at Janae Cosmetics.
And that's the one that I currently have on.
I love it. So that's like a matte, right?
It does. It's liquid. So it comes out liquid. It comes in a tube, comes out liquid with a cute little wand. And once it goes on, it's matte. And the part that I liked about it the most is it didn't get on my teeth and I didn't have to do the pinky finger trick. It just stayed where I put it.
Well, yeah, I might have to get a couple more of those to stuff the stockings of my sister and some other people that are coming over. Don't worry. They're going to get COVID tested and quarantined. They're already quarantining. So don't come for me. Because y'all been coming for people on social media. Y'all been coming for us hard on social media. Do not come for me. People will either get tested or have quarantined for 2 weeks before they come to my house. But either way, this will be something good, like some little happies to go in their welcome bag. So I usually make welcome bags and welcome boxes for people coming to the house. And so I can add that to the women's welcome kit. Janae Wells creates a Christian-inspired makeup line, each with Christian reminders of God's love. So I am healed, I am loved, I am gorgeous, etc., etc. So I love it. I love the thought of it being Christian themed as well.
Okay. You want to tell us about the other makeup line?
So the other makeup line is Essentials by Edwina, and I love this too. They offer vegan and cruelty-free lipstick for women of color to enhance and diversify your beauty. I love it. They're on social media at Essentials by Edwina. And I like theirs. I like their packaging. I like the fact that they have an array of colors. I am a pop of lipstick person, and Edwina will give you that pop of lipstick. So I like it. And most of the time, like people that do like a lot of neutral colors, like, oh, I'm going to do this like dull, like sort of dull pink or this dull brown because I don't want anybody to know I'm wearing makeup. Yeah, that's not me. That's not me. I'm going to be wearing like pops of red. I'm going to be wearing different shades of pink. And with this Essentials by Edwina lipstick, you can get that done.
Absolutely. And if you do want to have a little bit more modest a lip, they also have those colors as well. So one of my favorite colors is Egypt. It's called cocoa powder. It's beautiful. It's like a deep brown color. I love it. So if you either want to be a little modest or you want to have a pop of color like Nicole and I prefer, Essentials by Edwina, you'll go there and find whatever it is that you prefer.
What else can we put in the stockings, Janine?
So friend of the pod, Lisa Chambers, who has literally been a friend of the pod since before the pod existed.
We love Lisa.
We love her. So she sent us some amazing socks from her boutique, but I am obsessed with the gibbets that she has for, I think that's how you pronounce it. Forgive me if that's not the right word, but it says gibbets in my mind. So that's what I'm calling them. The gibbets for your Crocs. Now, you all know that we're all walking around in loungewear right now because we're not going outside. We're not doing anything. And I told myself I was never going to buy a pair of Crocs, but I tell you what, I just ordered myself a pair of Crocs just so I could get these gibbets. She has the most amazing gibbets. She has gibbets from like Land Rover and Rolls Royce. And then she has gibbets that are like Prada and Gucci. And then she has gibbets that are fun things like food items. super fun, something to entertain you while you're at home. I mean, you're not going out anywhere, or at least you shouldn't be. So why not get yourself a pair of Crocs? The ones that I ordered have nice little fur in this inside. So it's not like a summer Croc, it's a winter Croc. And the gibbets just go right into them. So check out Lisa Chambers. We'll post all of her information along with the other people so that you can check out her gibbets. But she also sent us some dope socks too.
Yeah, and I like socks. So, I'm that person that will walk around naked with socks on. I love socks. And the ones she sent were super soft. They're high socks, which I prefer when I'm walking around the house to keep my feet nice and warm. And y'all know I fail, right? So, I'm trying to keep this foot warm and covered at all times. So I wrap my foot and then I can put on a sock, which I purchased from Lisa Chambers' store.
And if you decide to stop wearing high heels, ma'am, and just give your feet a break for a second, you can get some nice furry Crocs too and some cute little gibbets. And for you, Nicole, they do have platform Crocs just in case.
Platform Crocs? I like a stiletto. Thank you.
Crocs is not about to make you a stiletto, Nicole.
I know, but the point I'm making is if I have to wear between a flat Croc and a platform Croc, I'm going to wear the flat Croc.
Why?
Just saying.
You don't want the extra height?
No.
Okay.
I feel like that's crazy to walk around with a platform Croc.
Why? It looks cute to me.
Why you don't have no platform Crocs?
Because I'm already like 5'9".
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Adding extra inches to me is just not necessary.
All right. So the other thing I would add to the stocking stuffer would be cased accessories. Now, y'all, they have these phone cases that are super fly.
And we are so obsessed.
Yeah, now I like a fancy phone case. And people are like, I can't believe you spend that much energy on your phone case. I mean, you keep your phone with you all day long. You want to protect your phone all day long. If anybody has seen my phone recently, it's torn up. You know why? Because I don't have a case on it from Case by Accessories yet. When I get my new phone, I am going to promptly put my new case on my phone from Cased Accessories. And that is @_shop cased is where they are on Instagram.
So let me tell you, I am super obsessed. So I will buy a phone and 5,000 cases for the phone because I just want to see a change, right? Anybody who knows me knows that, okay, so this is a secret, you guys, and we're not going to embarrass Janine about this, but this really did happen. So I used to get life cases for my phone. If it breaks, you send it back, right? And then they send you a new one. Well, after the 4th time of me sending it back, they just returned my money. So I say all of that to say, I'm very, very hard on phones. But I'm obsessed with these cases. And on top of that, they have these cute little purses. They're these cute little purses that are just for your money. So you just stick it in. So it's not like you're not having a bunch of bulky things. They have a bunch of cute accessories, not just for your phone, for you too. So go over to Shop Cased. It's super dope. Let me tell you something. If you go to their website and do not find something that you like, I don't know who you are. I can't know you. There's something on there for everybody.
Right. Super cute cases. So I will definitely probably be getting everybody one of those for their little welcome baskets this year. And then the last thing I will definitely be getting, the Black Coffee Company. I can't forget about them.
We can't forget about them.
I love the Black Coffee Company. So they were founded by 5 Black men dedicated to pursuits of freedom, entrepreneurship, and empowerment. And they started their own coffee line, which is the Black Coffee Company. And they're at Black, which is BLK Coffee Co. on Instagram. And they have now pods. They have coffee pods for your Keurig now. That's a brand new thing. And they also, of course, have the normal coffee in the bag that you can brew. And they have partnerships with teas as well from Tease Me Cafe. I love it. And then you can get dope mugs. You can get a mug that says woke on it. I have that mug. It's one of my favorite mugs. You can get sweatshirts. You can get other paraphernalia. They're dope. They're dope.
And tell the listeners why we love them so much specifically.
We love them because they're from Xavier. They're Xavierites. Whoop, whoop. Black men doing things. We love it. We love it.
Love it. Okay, so do we think that we got everything else for everybody else enough? Do we think we have enough gifts for everybody or no?
Yes.
Okay. So now it's our turn for the Black women that we are. You know, we give and give to everybody all year long. And we did say that Christmas is Nicole's birthday. So we feel like it's only right that we give ourselves some gifts on Christmas, right?
Absolutely. So we say the best for last. But, I think that a lot of women forget about themselves, right? I guess people don't think you should buy yourself gifts. That's the whole thing. These are ideas we're going to run by. Hopefully your husbands are listening. And if they're not, just happen to play it in the car. Happen to play this episode in the car and let it play. But these are really things that you should go and buy for yourself. Let him buy you the ginormous stuff, and you buy everything that's on this list for yourself, because everything on this list that we found is pretty dang on dope.
Mm-hmm. It sure is. So let's start by keeping ourselves safe, right? So Essential Junkie, this is the dopest thing. So they sent us, and I'm going to show it to you, Nicole, so that I can describe it. It comes in, hold on, if I could reach it. So it comes in this beautiful, awesome box, right? It looks like it's, how would you describe this, Nicole? Like a subscription box looking kind of thing?
Yeah, it's like a subscription box. It's nice, high quality.
It's super high quality, right? And so it says exactly what it's for. But let me tell you what it is first. It's a disinfectant machine. So while everybody's out here catching COVID, touching things, we can disinfect everything that we need to disinfect. Cell phone, keys, AirPods, any watches, anything you can put inside of this machine, and it'll disinfect it for you. It's super dope. And I love a good packaging. It also came with a note that had a wax seal. Like, talk about classy. Can't even describe to you. When I was opening this earlier, I was telling Nicole, I was like, Nicole, I don't want to open it because of the wax seal. She was like, girl, open it. But it's gorgeous, right?
Right. And this company is super dope because they were created to offer disinfection solutions during the pandemic, which is amazing. So this is their best seller, which is this disinfection box. It transmits UVC waves that then breaks down the DNA in the cell membranes of different microorganisms. So it's killing bacteria and guess what? COVID. Okay. Because they do elicit UVC, which is 300 nanometer wavelengths. And that's the wavelength you need to kill COVID. I have a UV sanitizer at my office. That is one I can purchase for my home because I feel like we need to constantly disinfect everything. Disinfect your pens, disinfect your keys, disinfect your cell phone. Y'all, it's real in these streets. So we have got to keep ourselves safe. So I think this is an awesome addition to your list for yourself.
And the one way that it's different than the other disinfecting machines that I've seen is it doesn't have that weird disinfectant smell. It actually comes with an aroma fragrance, right? So the one that they sent us is eucalyptus. So when you do the disinfecting, your phone isn't going to smell like bleach or some weird like ammonia or chemical. It'll smell like eucalyptus. That's super dope.
That's dope. This is one, and I literally ordered this today because I saw it on social media. It's from Mindset.Collection. It's women's watches. And I love these watches. They're metal watches, so they're not these like little flimsy, like plasticky bands. They're like a normal, nice stainless steel watch band. They're nice. They're trendy. They look amazing. And they also have these matching purses that go with the watches that you can purchase. I love it. So I bought a black watch with one of those little black wallets. I love it. And this is obviously owned by a Black woman who want to make sure we stayed on time and got our minds right.
That's a thing. I need that.
Now, the other thing that I treated myself with, and I opened the package early this weekend, was from Lumi Hair. Now, y'all, if y'all know me, I do have thick hair and it is pretty long, but I do like to rock a nice sew-in. I've never had a wig before, ever. But y'all, I ordered 2 wigs because they were 27% off. My best friend texted me and was like, listen, go try you one. So I got a headband wig, which is fabulous. It's a headband curly wig. And then I got a U-part wig, which is a body wave U-part wig. And the quality of the hair, now I know weave, okay? The quality of the hair, amazing. Silky. You can brush it. It doesn't have any shed. It's amazing. I will be ordering from there again.
I've seen the Lumi hair ads and I have been so super fascinated. And that's why I have this weave in my head right now so I can grow these sides out and rock a wig. Let me tell you something. As soon as these sides grow out, I'm rocking a wig.
But you don't have to grow your sides off. You can be plain bald-headed and rock those wigs. I'm telling you,
I want the headband wig that you have, though, Nicole. That's going to look real funny with a shaved back of your head.
Why? If you had a headband wig, it's just a headband right up there at the front.
Okay, I'm going to try it. You convinced me.
Yeah, you should try it. Or you can do the U-part wig. I'm telling you, in the packaging, you talk about packaging. The packaging comes in this nice, plush, like velvety, purple box. It comes with, if you spend more than $150, which obviously I ordered 2 weeks, so I did. It comes with its own flat iron as well. It comes with a comb. It comes with one of those edge brushes. It comes with hairpins and one of those diamond hair clips as well. You get a lot of stuff in there.
I was about to say,
yeah,
that sounds dope. I think I'm just going to order one I'm going to order it. So, because, we don't know when the lockdown is coming again and I'm not about to get stuck again. So I think I'm going to order that too. That sounds like
right, because you don't want to spend all day in the hairstyle, in the hairdresser. And I get that. I still go every once in a while to get my hair deep conditioned. My mom really honestly does most of my hair if I have a sew-in, but some days she may not want to sit down and braid my hair. So then I can wrap my hair up, put my little wig cap on, which also came with the Lumi hair. The wig cap came with it.
They gave you everything, Nicole.
They do. They give you everything you need. And I can just plop my wig on, keep on moving.
I'm here for it. I'm going to order me one tonight.
So the other company that I really love that I think is super dope is SK Creation. SK Creation is at SK Creation LLC, and it's owned by an artist with a lifelong passion for textiles and vibrant color. Her love for fabrics and patterns eventually fielded a desire to create her own original designs that could be printed on fabrics and other surfaces. And she sent us this dope pouch, which is super colorful, super vibrant. I love it. I'm going to put all my little makeup in it from Edwina's line and Janae Wells' line. And I'm going to put my Lumi hair flat iron in there. I'm going to put all my stuff in there, my little Lumi hair clips. All that is going to go in this little pouch by SK Creations because I love it. I think that the fabric quality is amazing. I think the print is awesome. You got to get you one. It's like art on a bag, literally.
So I have a secret to tell the people. The creator of SK Creations is my husband's sister. And she makes the most amazing. I mean, here's the thing. If you love color and you love wearable art, this is the place for you to go. And she makes these cute little pins that are like pictures of like Black women. Some of them are sayings, some of them are Black women with different hair. Anything that you could imagine, she makes it, right? And the pouch, it comes in a couple of different sizes. So if you want a pouch and you want one that can fit your flat irons and your makeup and things like that in it, you can get that. That's what we have. And she sent it to us, by the way. And she has larger pouches as well. And then they go up to bag size. They're also clothing. The pins, like I said, are super dope. And she's also in the National African American History Museum. So it's super dope. And of course, I have a soft spot in my heart for her because she's my sister-in-law.
But, on some real stuff, this is literally walking art, which is amazing. So go check her out. Check out what she has to offer and go ahead and purchase a couple things. You won't regret it. So we talked about gifts for us. We talked about gifts for our man to spark a whole vibe. We talked about the kids, the fur babies. So now let's figure out some extras that we can do for the holiday season. Like, how do we spice up our kitchens and recipes and all of that good jazz?
So are we spicing up the bedroom first or are we spicing up the kitchen first?
We're going to spice up the kitchen so that we can take what we make in the kitchen to the bedroom and have a whole bedroom entanglement. And the way we're going to start doing that is, first we have some spices that we need to add to our recipes.
And I think that the first set of spices that we're adding to our recipes are friend of the pod that sent us some really awesome spices, Tasting Queens Market. Some of the spices that they sent us were fish spice, chicken spice. And then the last one is called La Fiesta. I mean, these spices, they smell like literally they're still in the package. They smell heavenly. Can't wait to cook with them.
Yeah, so they are at Tasting Queens on Instagram and also at Tasting Queens Market. So they're an online store that celebrates the inspirational culinary offerings of the most diverse places in the world. They are based in Queens with largely vegan, organic, and non-GMO products. So definitely try them out if you want to spice things up. Maybe you and your boo want to pick Jamaica to visit. You can get you some Jamaican spices, or you pick Mexico to visit. Maybe you can get you some Fiesta spices. So they have different spices catered to different diverse places in the world. I love that.
And they also sent us some sweet peppermint cocoa tea. And let me tell you, let's have a mug of tea and sit by the fire. Bring that into the bedroom. How's that?
You know, I'm all about tea. I love tea. I'm not the biggest coffee drinker. My husband is, which is why he will be ordering for the Black Coffee Company. But I love tea. So for me, it's the tea. So I'll be ordering that from them. Now, the other spice company was Dr. Flavor Spices. Now, you see her. She has Nola Twist and the spices that taste good on everything. She has that. So, yeah, definitely check her out. She's Dr. Flavor. Flavor is Flava Spices. And she's been all over the place. And I did try her spices. I have all 3 of her different spices. And I will say my favorite is the Nola Twist spicy.
And how do we know her, Nicole?
She's a Xavier Wright as well. And she's actually a pharmacist. So she created this spice line as sort of like a low sodium healthy option for people that may have comorbidities like hypertension. So yes, she is a doctor of pharmacy, and she's giving you a healthier option for your spices other than something like Tony Chachere's, which I love as well. But this is your healthier option, which I have purchased, and it does taste really, really good.
That's super dope. Okay, so let's move on to our favorite kaleidoscope sprinkles.
So I love kaleidoscope sprinkles, and Dr. Carter is the creator. She is also a doctor who happens to love to bake, and she has super dope recipes. She created Kaleidoscope Sprinkles, which is basically a sprinkle company. I call it a luxury sprinkle company because you cannot find these types of sprinkles anywhere. You're not going to find these sprinkles in the grocery store. You're going to find them on her site. So if you're an AKA, there are pink and green sprinkles. If you're a Delta, there are crimson and cream sprinkles. If you're an Alpha, there are black and gold sprinkles. And there are different themed sprinkles. She also has holiday sprinkles. And my favorite, she has shimmers, which is basically almost like glitter for your wine. And you can swirl it around and make your glass look extra fancy for your holiday party. I love it. Each one of the boxes comes with a recipe. So if you do sprinkles, it came with how to make your own cupcakes, and then you apply the sprinkles at the end. So she gives you your own recipe. It comes with a thank you card. If you order the cupcake kit, it comes with the flavoring for the cupcakes, as well as the actual, what do you call that? The cupcake wrapper.
Yep. That's what it's called. Yes. So she sent us the gingerbread man sprinkles. So they're super dope. There's, it's a variety of holiday colors, and it has like stars and Christmas trees and bears and gingerbread men. It's so cute. Look.
Yeah, they are cute. They are super cute, and you can't find anything else like it. So if you're trying to impress and be unique, I'm telling you, go check it out.
And she also sent us the cosmic sprinkles. It's so exciting. You know what this looks like to me? This looks like when people are like, oh, I want a unicorn drink. This right here, here's your unicorn in a bottle.
I'm telling you, you sprinkle that in your champagne, people are looking like, what's she drinking? Yes. So they are at kaleidoscope_sprinkles, what they are on Instagram. And you will not be disappointed, because at first I was like, it's just sprinkles. But once you put those shimmers in the glass, oh, it's everything. Because somebody is going to be like, where did you get that from? Absolutely. So you can carry it with you in your purse. So then when you go out, you put your shimmers in your glass. I love it.
But let me tell you a secret. I ate like 4 of the sprinkles. Like I poured some in my hand so that I could eat them. So I ate like 4 of the sprinkles, and I literally told myself, Janine, you need to put the top back on this, because if you don't, you're going to eat all of the sprinkles like they're candy and you're not going to be able to make anything with it. So I put the top back on, and I'm going to pray to sweet baby Jesus that I do not eat any more sprinkles until I fix the cupcakes. Okay.
Lord Jesus. Janine gonna have a plate full of sprinkles and nothing to put on top of the cupcakes or the cake.
They're so good though. Like, okay, I'm not a really big sprinkles fan, but I used to do this like funfetti thing. I had this funfetti phase for a second. Let me tell you this. These sprinkles taste like candy. So it's not difficult to just eat a handful of them, even though I know I'm not supposed to. But they were so good, Nicole. They were delicious.
You just started eating again. We don't need to fill your belly with sprinkles like that.
I know. But okay, I did put the top back on. And I'm not going to eat any more sprinkles until I make cupcakes to put the sprinkles on. I promise.
Yeah, focus your calories on getting the shimmers in the wine glass. And speaking of wine.
Yes, let's talk about our favorite wine.
Yes, our favorite wine is lovely wine. Hopefully we will have some news for you guys about wine coming soon. But for now, we love lovely wine. We'll always love lovely wine. Always. She is just a beautiful spirit who always loves helping Black women succeed. So we love the support that she's given us. And so we definitely want to support her back. Go and purchase her wine. So she has 3 different types of wine, right, Janine?
Yep, she has 3 different kinds. She has a red blend, a white blend, and our favorite, Nicole. Let me tell you something. These Cosmic Shimmers from Kaleidoscope Sprinkles and the Passion Sparkling Rosé from Lovely Wine. If you would like to stay married through 2021 or keep your boo, whoever you got, make this combination. And
you know what? Later. We should have added that to the men's list. If we, let me tell you, because you're right, that can add to our vibe we were talking about earlier today. Absolutely. That can add to a whole vibe with those cosmic shimmers in this lovely wine.
And if your husband does not like wine, which my husband is not a really big wine drinker, but he will drink, a harder alcohol. The haberdashery that we spoke about earlier, Harlem Haberdashery, they have a bespoke spirit line. And you can get your husband something from that line, and you get your cosmic sprinkles with your passion sparkling lovely wine rosé, and give your husband the Harlem Haberdashery bespoke spirit, and it's going to be nothing but sparks flying for the holidays.
Lit. I love it. I love it. So look at me. I'm looking attentively like, let me take these ideas down, because tonight when we get off the phone, I will be going through this list and ordering several things on it because, I'm trying to spark a vibe.
A whole vibe, right? A whole vibe. So now that we have left the kitchen and the belly is full, we're going to go to the bedroom. Now, these are the gifts that we should probably tell you that maybe you don't want your children listening at this point. Okay, we gave you a disclaimer.
Okay, so what you got, Janine?
I think it was last week's episode that we talked about that toy that can be controlled from like 15,000 miles away, right?
Oh, we were talking about that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there are some other toys, and they are amazing. And so there's a toy, and this is one that's owned by a Black-owned company, or it was created by a Black-owned company, and it's called the We Vibe Wearable Jive, and it's literally the exact same toy. It is remotely controlled, and you can have your fun. Maybe while you're cooking downstairs, your husband can be controlling it from upstairs so that you start the rendezvous off before it even starts.
Let me tell you, that's not a gift you play with when you have company in town. Okay. If you have company in town, you save that vibe and that entanglement for your Mactub candles and your Harlem Haberdashery, or your Uncle Near's whiskey in the room with your shimmers inside of that. Save that for that time, and then y'all can play the game with the toys. Okay. And we're not talking about toys for your kids. We already went through the kids before the dogs. We're talking about another gift for him, okay? And for us.
Amen. So, and there's I believe you pronounce it Luviva. So Luviva has a toy that looks more like a toy because it has confetti on it. So it's a suction cup dildo. It looks like funfetti sprinkles. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. What the world?
It looks fun to me. It looks like funfetti sprinkles.
It looks like a funfetti penis.
Exactly.
Literally.
So they also have wearable remote control panties. And there are a lot of, surprisingly, which I did not know, lot of Black owned sex toy companies. And we can't forget about Candy Coated Nights because, you know, she's kind of what made it okay for Black women to be comfortable with their sexuality, at least in my lifetime. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I was comfortable with my sexuality before, but it was kind of toot, you shouldn't talk about that. And we're talking about it now. So shout out to Candy Coated Nights. But there are a lot of Black owned sex toy companies for you to get your rendezvous on with your husband.
Right. And who says you gotta stop having fun when you get a husband? Right. So you can bring some toys in the bedroom, spice some things up. Hey, listen, if you bring the toys to play with, you don't have to work as hard.
Amen.
You don't have to work as hard. So go ahead and bring some toys in there. Have fun with the toys. And yes, Candy Coated Nights was definitely who made it okay. And as a woman that is an OBGYN, I think that everyone should be comfortable with their bodies. This is not a taboo thing. We as women have vaginas and orgasms are a real thing. So if you are married, you should just embrace that. Okay. And if you're not married and you're ready to mingle, you can embrace it too. We're not saying that you can't.
And if you don't want to mingle, these toys, you can do everything by yourself.
That
Just
part.
saying.
That part.
Okay, Nicole. So I know that we've gone through a bunch of gifts, right? So the one thing that's the most, I guess, sentimental to me during the holiday season or anytime that I give gifts are cards. I really, really like cards. I like beautiful cards. I like funny cards. I like meaningful cards. I like the messages that people write inside the cards. Not for nothing. If you looked inside of any one of my, I have these boxes that are intended for photos, old school pictures that people used to print out. But I have boxes of those of cards that people have sent me over the years or cards, that I'm going to send out to other people. I really, really love cards. But we found this really amazing card place. It's called Neighborly Cards, and they sent us the dopest cards. First of all, the cards are so on point, right? So one of the cards that they sent us is a Kwanzaa card for those who celebrate Kwanzaa, which it's very difficult usually to find Kwanzaa cards. Hallmark is not making them. And it's also very difficult to find cards that represent kind of what you really want to say sometimes, especially as a Black woman. So they also sent us a card that said, it had a picture of Kamala Harris on the front and it said, Kamala la 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 la.
I love neighborly cards because I think that it's important that they're Black owned. So they celebrate things that are important to us, like Kwanzaa cards. And they're going to have people that look like us on the front of their cards and sayings that are relevant to us that are sort of kind of dope.
I agree. And if you want to find them, they're at neighborlypaper.com. They're super dope. And hopefully we'll have them on one day because here's the thing. Holiday season is not the only time to send cards. One of the things that has been keeping me sane while we've all been social distancing is communicating. I understand that we're not used to writing out cards and sending them in the mail. It seems a little antiquated these days. But let me tell you something. When someone sends you a card, it gives you a very different, warm, fuzzy feeling inside. It's not quite the same through text message or phone call. A card that someone took the time to write and put in the mail, put a stamp on it and put it in the mail and send to you, it gives you just a warm feeling that someone cares. So throughout the year, you can get neighborly cards and send them to your friends. It's not just for the holidays.
That is so true. I definitely like to send cards. I feel like sometimes when you send a card that just tells somebody you're thinking about them, that's way more special than something like a Christmas card or something, which I think that those are needed too. But I think it's an extra touch if I get a card just randomly. When patients send me cards, I'm like, oh, because you really have to think. I mean, when I pick a card out, I'm reading the inside of the card forever. I'm looking at the artwork cover forever. But with these neighborly cards, they have things that are so customized that you can't find anywhere else. And you can write your own message in the inside of some of those. So I think that's an awesome idea. And I will be purchasing some to give out as thank you cards.
Yes. And hopefully we'll have neighborly, oh, that's deep cards. Cross our fingers. We can only wish.
Coming soon.
Okay, Nicole. I think that we're all gifted out, huh?
Oh, girl, yes. We didn't spend all our money and we are now broke. So that will conclude our gift giving episode.
Do you want to give the people a motivational moment so that they don't feel sad about being broke after they spent all their money on gifts?
Yes, it doesn't make you feel not sad, but it will make you feel a little bit blessed for giving. So our motivational moment comes from Maya Angelou. I have found that among other benefits, giving liberates the soul of the giver. So remember, it's a blessing to be able to give. Make sure to spread your blessings abundantly this year to liberate yourself. Until we meet again,
pray, work, slay,
and show off your melanated excellence.
Bye.
Oh, That's Deep, Black Women Conversations is produced by Nicole Lee Plenty and Janine Brunson Johnson. Executive producer, Ken Johnson. Get the Oh, That's Deep, Black Women Conversation podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, or where you get your podcasts. Please subscribe and rate us. You can follow Oh, That's Deep, Black Women Conversations on IG at Oh, That's Deep, BWC. Oh, That's Deep, Black Women Conversations is a Mean Old Lion Media production.